Good morning, Class 4-3. Mr. Waterman here with today's Language Arts lesson in Period 4 on Monday, January 25th, 2021. I hope you all have had a great day studying so far. Last Friday, we started a new unit. The title of that unit is Adjectives That Compare. We learned to add ER to most adjectives to compare to people, places, or things. We also learned to add EST to most adjectives to compare more than to. For our activity on page 141, we had to read each sentence and underline the adjective in parentheses that correctly completes the sentence. We did the first 4 together. Now you can check your answers for numbers 5 through 16. Please read along with me. Number 5. The deep water is colder than the shallow water by the shore. We are comparing two types of water, so we use ER. Number 6. This mussel shell is the prettiest shell I found today. Because out of all the shells I found, which were more than 2, this mussel shell was the prettiest. Number 7. I think scuba divers are the bravest of all explorers. So one hint that will always tell you to use EST in the adjective is if you see the words of all, okay? Meaning many. Number 8, it is so much quieter underwater than it is on the surface. So again, comparing underwater with on the surface, two things. Number 9, the colors of this fish are the strangest I have ever seen. So you see how this ties into your spelling list that we had last week? ER and EST, right? Number 10, Andrea is a faster swimmer than Eric. We are comparing two people, Andrea and Eric. Okay, so I think you guys get it. Number 11, which of the waves do you think is higher or highest? Now, we're not going to just count 2 waves, right? So it has to be highest. There are many waves that come in. Number 12, my towel is sandier than yours. 2 towels. Number 13, this fish is smaller than the other. Number 14, my shell collection is better than Ralph's. Number 15, this rock is the heaviest of them. And number 16, Andrea can stay afloat longer than Cyril can. And here are your answers for page 141. And I hope you all were able to write good sentences. When you finish checking, please turn the page to page 142. So we had a bit more practice. Now, for this activity, we learned for adjectives ending in E, drop the E before adding ER or EST. I will show that to you in a minute. We also learned for adjectives ending in a consonant and Y, change the Y to I before adding ER or EST. Finally, we learned for adjectives that have a single vowel before a final consonant, double the final consonant before adding ER or EST. All right. We did numbers 1, 4, and 7 together. We had to rewrite the sentences below, correcting the form or spelling of the underlined adjective. So for number 2, let's look at point number 3. For adjectives ending in E, drop the E before adding ER or EST. Number 2, I think fish feel freer in the ocean than they do in tanks. So free is spelled F-R-E-E. We only need to take out that last E. Now we can rewrite. I think fish feel freer in the ocean than they do in tanks. Okay? Number 3. For number 3, let's look at point number 5 again. For adjectives that have a single vowel sound before a final consonant, double the final consonant before adding ER or EST. Dad caught the biggest fish of all. So this should be, we need to add one more G. That's how you double the final consonant, because I is the vowel and G is a consonant. So we need to double it. Dad caught the biggest fish of all. There we go. Okay. Now let's look at number 5. The dolphin is one of the smartest animals. Ooh, we don't need that I because smart does not end with a Y. So take out that I. You just need EST. The dolphin is one of the smartest animals. There we go. Number 6. The water is calmer than it was yesterday. We didn't need to double the consonant because calm is spelled C-A-L-M. L is also a consonant like M. So take out one of those M's and let's rewrite. The water is calmer than it was yesterday. There we go. And finally, let's look at number 8. That shark has the palest skin I've ever seen. We need to drop the E and just add EST. So we just have it spelled PALEST. And rewrite it. That shark has the palest skin I've ever seen. Okay, and that takes care of our answers on page 142. Now, let's look at the activities on pages 143 and 144. Please listen and read along as I read each bullet point. We're working on mechanics, so punctuation and capital letters, all that fun stuff. Point 1. A proper noun or adjective begins with a capital letter. So we learned about that a few units ago. The name of a day, month, or holiday begins with a capital letter, always, right? Today is Monday. Monday has a capital M. It is January. January has a capital J. Okay? New Year's Day was January 1st. That's a holiday. New, capital N, years, capital Y, day, capital D. Okay? Point number 3. Capitalize family names if they refer to specific people. You always capitalize the first letters in your name. First name, middle name, last name. Okay? Point number 4. Capitalize titles of people before names. For example, Doctor, capital D, R, period. Okay, Mr. Waterman, capital M, R, period. Capital W for Waterman. Okay? Now here are the directions. Read the sentences below, then correct the capitalization mistakes. Rewrite the sentences on the lines provided. Please listen as I read each sentence. 1. The beach was closed after Labor Day. 2. The Dead Sea is the lowest place in the world. 3. The North Pacific octopus can grow to over 100 pounds. 4. I learned this from Dr. Stevenson, an expert on ocean life. 5. We are going scuba diving on Sunday. 6. We are bringing Grandpa along. 7. Jacques Cousteau was a famous French undersea explorer. 8. Cousteau was born in June 1910 in France. Let's do a few examples together. Number 1. The beach was closed after Labor Day. Labor Day is a holiday in the United States in September. It's the first Monday in September, and students have to go back to school after this holiday. So we need a capital L and we need a capital D for Labor Day. Now let's rewrite. The beach was closed after Labor Day. 2. The Dead Sea is the lowest place in the world. Dead Sea, that is the name of it. Capital D and capital S. Let's rewrite. The Dead Sea is the lowest place in the world. Please do numbers 3 through 8 on your own. When you're finished, please turn the page. Page 144. My favorite activity, proofreading. Please listen to the directions. Rewrite the title and each sentence in the response to literature below. Remember to use ER and EST endings correctly with adjectives. Be sure to capitalize proper nouns, names, and titles. Now, please listen as I read the paragraph. Response to exploring the undersea territory. I enjoyed reading this article. After learning about undersea explorers, I think that the work they do is stranger and scarier than most people's jobs. But it is also more interesting. One of the bravest explorers of all is Sylvia Earle. She was nicknamed Her Deepness because in 1979 she made the deeper ocean dive any human being had ever made alone. She went on to work as a businesswoman and as a scientist at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Huge, huge words, right? A lot of mistakes. Could you find them all? Well, let's start with the title. Exploring the Undersea Territory. All of these words need a capital letter because it's a title. So capital E, T, U, and T. So we can write that on the first line. Response to exploring the undersea territory. There we go. Now you can begin to find the mistakes in the paragraph. I enjoyed reading this article. No mistakes. So let's indent. I enjoyed reading this article. After learning about undersea explorers, I think that the work they do is stranger, take out one of those E's. And scarier, change the Y to I, than most people's jobs. But it is also more interesting. No mistake in this sentence. Let's rewrite. After learning about undersea explorers, I think that the work they do is stranger and scarier than most people's jobs. But it is also more interesting. And I'm going to stop there. Please find the mistakes in the second paragraph and rewrite it below this first paragraph. And that takes care of our grammar lesson today in period 4. I will be back in period 5 with the lesson on Chinatown. If you have any questions about any of the activities, please email Mr. Waterman. Otherwise, make sure you are checking your answers at the start of each new lesson. That's all for right now. Hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye now.